Welcome everybody, Farm Sim Snowy here. This is episode 55 of No Man's Land. Welcome back to No Man's Land everybody. So we are on the penultimate episode. So I think we're going to get a few things prepared in this episode, and then the final episode will be a massive harvest, selling off the crops that we get off the fields, and then I think, like I said, we'll save the game and then we'll sell off. I think we'll leave all like the sheds in place as if someone else would come in and move in, but we'll sell off all the equipment, the animals, any of the manure, slurry that they produce. We'll have to probably skip forward time for the slurry if we sell at the BGA. But all the silos, these buy points, these sheds will all leave in place the farmhouse. So it's not going to be the maximum amount that we would receive if we sold everything off. So all the houses over there, we're going to leave all things like that in, but we're basically sort of going to simulate that we're clearing out of this area, ready for someone else to buy it and move in. Anyway, I'm out of breath now saying all that. So I finished ploughing this field because the worker decided to give up halfway through. I did carry on with soybeans in this field after they sort of wrecked the place, and I've decided we're going to go canola up here. Let's go on that menu so you can see it. Canola up there, and in our grass field we've got no reason or need for any more grass, so I think we will put in some canola there as well. So we'll have two good sized fields of canola because we've already got 12,236 litres of that, and then the soybeans we're going to have quite a bit as well, aren't we, for that, I would imagine. Actually we've only got that field and that field, haven't we, for soybeans. I think actually we'll do that soybeans, and no we won't, we'll go soybeans in this field and canola up there, because I want to have the biggest field out of those two in canola, so it gives us a decent amount to add to that 12,000. Right, I've made my decisions. You would have thought I'd have done this already before we started recording, but anyway, so that is where we are at. We can do a few normal jobs, so to speak, around the farm. So the animals look like they sort of need a little bit cleaning out. I'm going to top them up with things, the water, the straw. The sheep need some more grass. The pigs are absolutely fine for a change, so that is a first. Horses will need riding, but I'll do that at the end of this episode because that is quite a lengthy process, especially having 5 horses. So yeah, we've got some eggs to sell off and some wool to sell off, so that is what we will do. So let's grab see, I don't think any workers are going to fare very well up on those fields, so I think we'll forget about workers for a minute. Let's disconnect from there. We'll hook up to this fella because our huge planter won't be able to do canola, so we need to top up with liquid fertilizer, and we might as well top the seeds up, especially seeing as the lid to the seed tank is already open. Perhaps we've had some birds in there that flicked the lid open and had a little peck around and feed on the seeds. Stranger things have happened on this map, believe me. Let's not trash the place, seeing as we're moving out. Right, let's close that lid. We'll head over to here. I'm just wondering if we could possibly get a worker going with some canola. I may have to do, let's get it on canola, there we go. May have to do just a little loop round from this corner, because I think this is the end they're going to struggle with, where it's curved. The opposite end to this end is more square. It'll probably be okay here, but the last thing we want is them to carry on and put canola over there, because that is all soybeans ready to go. So let's try and make things a little bit simpler for them. Right, that'll do me. So we'll drop that down and we'll go, we're off. Canola is going in. Let's just double check. Because if we do this, at least it will sort of free us up a little bit. And we can maybe go and tackle the animals. And then when we do soybeans over on the grass field, that won't take too long, because we can use the bigger planter then. So we'll get round here. It's just all starting to feel a bit real now, wrapping up the series. This is another one I'm going to really miss. Obviously I've wrapped up American Life Farming, as some of you may very well know. Well, I didn't feel as sad with that one, because, and I think it was just because where we had the restarts, and it was a little bit, I wouldn't say annoying, because it's not, because it, you know, I love playing this game, so it wasn't annoying, but it was just a little bit frustrating, and you know, having to start again. And I had so many people say, oh, you must be really patient. I would have given up, you know, but we kind of were a few episodes already in, and I didn't want to just abandon it, so I carried on through 2 restarts. So, but this series, sorry, I am definitely gonna miss this, because this has been quite a long running series, and I did say that, if any of you guys can remember, from day one, that it was going to be a long running series, because it had to be, because you pretty much start off with nothing in this map. And it was my first series as well as a YouTuber, so it again holds a special place in my heart. So it's going to be a little bit upsetting and sad to see it go, but hopefully there'll be some sort of map like this on 22 where we can kind of go again. I don't even know if Alien Jim might transport this one over to FS22, which would be quite cool. But then if he does, I'm in 2 minds, you know, do we want to go through that again? It'd be nice to just do something a bit different, or on another map. We've been on this map, we know what it's about, but we will see what happens. Right, I'm going to get to this corner, spin back round. We're probably going to run out of liquid fertilizer by the time this field's done, by the look of it. So they should go off straight along here, but it's what they do at the other side. So let's get them off and running. I will keep my eye on them where they are, so I'll constantly keep checking the map. Right, I'm going to run over to the pickup because, in fact, no, we won't. Let's grab the Fent. I'm not even sure where the Fent is. There it is. It's hiding in the shed. I think if we take the Fent, then at least we can use the water trailer on it for all the animals. Right, what should we do first? Right, let's go and sell off. Let's have a look at the prices of Judgment Day. Eggs and wool. Eggs, very good price. Oh, right down at Ice Cafe. That's miles away. Or it seems miles away, but we will head there. In fact, it might be quicker to take the pickup down to there. And wool, that is going up, but vehicle shop grains are right down the bottom again. Right, so we probably will do the pickup for wool. Right, what's happening? Got to go into landscaping mode here. Oh, he's gone that way. Well, that's interesting. So I don't know what they're going to do when they get there. That isn't the way I really wanted them to go. So we'll see what they do. Let's just leave them to it. Right. Let's actually do some work. I've just realised, and now I'm going to drive over the nice freshly planted soybeans. We need that small trailer. Let's grab some grass and we'll feed that to the sheep. Like so, and we'll also be able to do some straw for the cows, and I think it's just some water. I think that was it. We'll double check and then it's just a case of cleaning them out. So where is grass? There we go. There was grass, wasn't it? We had quite a bit of. Yeah. So again, I can't see us really making any more TMR. The cows have got plenty. We're not. There's no point buying any more cows if we're just going to sell them off. So we'll keep things as is. So everything out of the silo will get sold off. Right, where are they going now? Up on the bank. They've missed a tiny little bit there. And a tiny bit, right. I might have to sort them out in a second, but let's grab this grass. This is going to be far too much. I wasn't even paying attention then. Go and tip this into the sheep. The greenhouses should be absolutely fine because we are still the same game day. Look at that wall that's building up though. We need to sort that out. Pretty sharpish. Right, is this trailer going to give me grief now? Because I did have this before with a trailer on here. This is going well. Right, I don't suppose we've got any sort of... Oh, hang on, we're on left, right. Ah, forgot that. Side tippers. Right, let's spin round and get a little bit closer this way. Please work. This is not going well. Oh, there we go. This isn't going to be very pretty, but we'll get it in there somehow. There we go. So they should be fully topped up now for feed. We'll get rid of this. We'll grab some straw. Right, let's try and work out if the cows, what are they on, 60, so they're going to take quite a bit, so we may as well get a full trailer load of straw. Sheep are absolutely fine, could do maybe a little bit more water. Pigs, I'm not too worried about them. I just want to get rid of the orange bars. Right, what's happening over here? What is he doing up there? Where are you going? Where? You going to the windmill? He must have seen something in the windmill. Go on, boy. Go up there. Get up the windmill. What is happening? Right. Turn that off. I need to go and sort this out. Where are they? Can't even see them. I will be back at this spot in a second. Bear with me. Oh, helper H is blocked by an object. Probably that great big windmill you're just driving towards. Right. I've got them off and running again. I think they were trying to steal the tractor and planter and they got caught on a tree up there. So they got kicked out of the farm. But there's another worker off and running. You can just about see going across. I tried to make it a bit more simpler. I filled in this end and squared that end off. So it's just going to be this bit that could be the problem. But we'll soon see. Let's head on over to the cows. We'll tip this in. I think they'll probably take all of this, but we'll find out. If there is a little bit spare, we'll tip it into the pigs on the way back. And just cut through this way. Probably should have made a little track through there, but so yeah, these guys need cleaning up, as does everyone else, apart from the sheep, because that pen doesn't have a cleanliness bar, which is quite handy. Right, let's back that in. Hopefully we should get the trigger anyway. What is going on with these triggers? It's got to be this trailer, it's of it. Right. Oh. What is happening now? Right, left. Hang on, am I... That's the dialogue box, isn't it? Oh my days. We'll get there, don't worry. There we go. I was in the dialogue box, guys. Right, they are going to take quite a bit, aren't they? There we go, that's full. 108,000. Tiny bit left, right, the pigs can have that. Let's shut that door up. There we go. Right, at least I know where the straw trigger is now for this next one. It's obviously been that long that I've forgotten where it was. Oh, so these guys need emptying out, cleaning up. Right, straw trigger, just there. Let's do this. Absolutely tons of manure, I think, from both the pigs and the cows. And the milk would be another good one from the cows. Obviously we'll check all the prices when it comes to it. And I think when we do come to sell the equipment, again, we won't get as much as what we probably could do, because for some reason our workshop over there, it doesn't like selling everything. I think you can sell some things but not a lot, so we'll probably just sell everything from the vehicle menu, our garage menu. Like I say, obviously we know we would get more if we took it to the shop, but that is going to take quite a while to take every piece of equipment down there. We probably will do the animals that way though. I'll have a little think about it. May just do from the dialogue boxes just for quickness. Certainly give us a good rough idea though what we would have more. Right, let's grab, that's a trailer there, let's grab the pickup and we will head to, it's a shame we can't link these trailers together. Let's take the, actually let's take the wall, because that was filling up more, wasn't it? In fact, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because I've just had an idea. We'll take the eggs. And we'll head to Ice Cafe. Where is that worker? Are they still going alright? Surely they, oh yeah, that's okay. Right. It just scares me every time I see them, I think. But hopefully that should all be well improved on FS22. If you saw the news, that sounds absolutely awesome what they've done, and you know, I can't believe they've done it, because it more or less sounds like we're going to kind of get like a course play what the PC guys have had, where you can set different tasks for your workers. So if you wanted them to go and sell some grain from your silo, and you can put them on a loop, they will continue coming backwards and forwards selling that crop. I'm going completely the wrong way, aren't I? Whoa, let's do a bit of drifting as well. Anything goes this episode. They will keep doing that loop until there is no crops left in the silo to sell. So how cool is that? That is gonna save a lot of time for some people and free up a lot of time so you can crack on with other jobs. Obviously you'll still be able to set them to do other standard jobs like cultivating, and I mean whether they go chasing after windmills, I don't know, they might do. Only time will tell. Right, Ice Cafe. That is over there. What I'll do is I'll sell these and then I will cut, because you don't want to see me driving all the way back up, but we will go round like so. I think there probably will be a couple of loads of wall there actually. So there we go, 58,179. We've made some good amount of money off of the eggs in this series. We really have. Those chickens have been little beauties. Right, I'll see you shortly, guys, and I'll sort a few things out as well off camera. Right, back up here. Let's head down to vehicle shop grains and we'll sell this. Worker is still going okay. Park the egg trailer back over there, which is obviously auto filled again, so it won't be long before that trailer's full. And I think we probably have got a full trailer load of wool back there, but what I'll do is I'll just park the trailer up in front again. With a bit of luck, I think it was the price was going up at the spinnery, so with a bit of luck it will surpass vehicle shop grains, and that's a lot closer for us then. Should make a little fair amount off of this. My little idea that I had was a couple of mods. There we go, 10,000. That's pretty good, that is, for wool. There's a couple of mods that I thought might make our life a bit easier. One possibly might, but I think the other one was worse than what we've already got, so I've abandoned that idea. It's not even worth mentioning, so we'll forget about that. But anyway, let's head back up to the farm and we will grab the wheel loader, just quickly scoop up the mess that the animals have made. The silage from the cows, all I've been doing with that is literally scooping it up, driving straight round to our silo and tipping it in, instead of just tipping it into the where we're going to park this. It normally live. Oh, I'll tell you what am I doing? Let's. Was a bit wobbly there. Apologies. Let's park that there. There we go. Look, we've got another full trailer load, but I will leave that there because I don't want this episode just to be me up and down at the shop. So we'll kind of do a bit of a loop. So let's start off with the pigs. Then we'll scoop up the silage. So this is kind of how I do this off camera. I know I've shown it before, but sometimes it does get a little bit repetitive, so I don't tend to show it very often. I'll cut these bits out, but so we've got quite a decent amount there. That should go back in. How many pigs do we have at the minute now? Because they do 187 again already. That is mental. Stop breeding. Although, by the time we come to sell them, it should be over 200, I would have thought. Oh, it's glitched out. We've got a bit of pig food left in there, but that should be okay. That's not letting me do that. Let's get on there. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, so I'll just do this and drive round to our silo and tip that in. That adds to the silage. So obviously I will have to work out in terms of selling silage and manure because if any of it goes to the BGA, we will then have to skip forward to midnight to get that payment. But I will suss all that out off camera so that we're ready to go for the final episode. I was actually considering attempting to do a live stream for the final episode of here, but I'm still in 2 minds because obviously that is completely new territory to me. I've no idea. I've had a couple of tips and off of a few people. My buddy at CNS Farms, he's given me a couple of little tips. Says I should just go for it, but I'm just worried that it's going to be complete car crash, because I never actually watched it, but I did see yesterday, I think it was, Mr. CDP had a bit of trouble with his live stream, obviously setting it up, and that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want it to be the final episode and then it be completely messed up, you know, and then obviously running out of time then to finish the actual series because FS22 is coming out. So it could be that I may try some live streams on FS22, but I'm still a bit scared. Because some of the guys that already do it, like Rusty Money, and I watch some of the other guys that do it on console as well, they do make it look easy, but obviously they know what they're doing. I know that to start somewhere. Right, let's stop waffling on. We need to look at Helper B. Go Helper B. We need to go and grab the class and the huge planter that we have, and we'll get cracking on that grass field. So are they going to finish that? Okay, we'll have to keep our eyes on them. Right, let's drop the pickup down there. And can I reverse all the way back because this planter's in here? It's not a cedar, I was going to call it a cedar. Do we need to top that up? Tell you what, we are not too far away from the resources, shall we say. I've pressed the button to unfold that, so obviously that is, here we go, gonna take a while so we can actually admire what they are doing. Tiny little bit left to do. Can you do it? Prove me wrong. So we are going to put soybeans in here as well, so we are going to have quite a lot of soybeans. Obviously we've got cotton to harvest, and that's the other thing about doing a live stream. We've got cotton to harvest. I could get 2 workers on those fields, so that wouldn't be a problem. We've got potatoes to do. Obviously we can hire another harvester to that, for that, sorry. So that won't be a problem. And then obviously we're going to need our harvesters for all these fields. So again, that is something that it probably is going to take quite a while. Right, I'm guessing that worker is going to stop any minute because I don't think they're going to do the job fully. I know I should have faith in them more, but I haven't. To be fair, he's got a tiny little bit left. or she. I always say he, I shouldn't say that. It's he and she. It's probably the guys that are messing things up, because you know what us men are like, we just mess around all the time. Let's just have a little look. All you've got to do is just turn around and finish that tiny little triangle. Oh, great demand at Sweet Shop. We'll have a look at that. At the end of the day, the worst they can do is go into this grass field, which will be fine because we'll just go straight over it with the soybeans. Oh, I don't know what way to go. There they go. I'll tell you what, I might have to eat my words here. I really might. I'm impressed. I really am. Helper B has completed their task. Helper B, you are welcome back. That is quality. Well done. Take a bow. Right. What was it? Great demand then at the sweet shop. Probably nothing that is interest to us. That's got to be right back at the start. Sunflowers. To be fair, that price isn't that great at all. In fact, well, it's not the worst, but it's the second worst out of all of them. Right, off we go. Soybeans. More soybeans. Like I say, this won't take us long, so we will do this. I can't zoom out anymore. For some reason, with this class, you can't zoom out very far with different implements. Let's just stop and double check. There we go, more soybeans. Hopefully that will be fully fertilised as well. So technically we're wasting liquid fertiliser, but it doesn't matter if we run out. And it's not like we need the money and need to look after things, because we've got over 2 million. So another interesting thing, I know it's probably a little bit too early to ask you guys what you think. How much money do you think we will get after we've sold everything off? Like I say, it's only going to be equipment, machinery, any crops, anything that's in our silo is going to go. Wool, eggs. I may do some of it before we actually start the oh, there we go, there's me moaning about helpers getting stuck on trees. I may sell, like, say, the eggs, but I think what we'll do is we will get rid of the animals first so that they're not producing anything else then, and then start getting rid of everything. So like I say, I know we could get a lot more for certain things. So say I'm going to turn that off just so it doesn't decide it's going to go into our potatoes. Yeah, I know we could get more money by taking the vehicles and equipment down to the shop, but we're not going to do that just because it's quicker. So I want from you not just how much we're going to make, what we're going to have in total. Obviously we've got 2.1 million now. So when everything's sold off, like I said, we're going to keep all the sheds in place. I'm not going to sell any of them. We'll just leave them. We'll just make out that we're just clearing out and moving on. Because you wouldn't just pick a shed up and go if you left somewhere, would you? So that is the plan. I'm not even going to attempt to guess, so I'm just going to leave it to you guys. If you want to have a little go, that's fine. Be interesting to read what some of you think. And also if you've got any sort of suggestions about anything. Preferably live streaming. Right, let's get down there. We should get away with just one more pass. I think what I might do as well is obviously some of these fields, let's just double check actually. In fact, all of the fields bar this one we're on are going to need fertilising again. But I will probably do that when it's time to do that. So then when you guys come in for the final episode, try not to cry when I say that. It will all be literally ready to go. Ready to harvest and start clearing out. Right, can we swing down there without... I mean, maybe it's just our actual vehicle workshop, because obviously that is the original one when we started. Maybe if we put another one in, it would let us sell our equipment. But it's still going to be a lot easier and quicker to just do it from the menu. So we'll just do it that way. I am a bit of a nightmare if I keep changing my mind. I expect some of you guys get fed up with me. It's like that. I know my wife does. Looking forward to the weekend with the wife though. It was her birthday yesterday. And well, I'm pretty sure none of you will know. She's from Philippines, my wife, so she's Filipino. And she's never been to London. So I've decided, I was a little bit worried about it to start with, because obviously with COVID about still, but I've taken the plunge and I'm going to take her up to London. I've got a few things booked, but it was all meant to be a surprise, and unfortunately my sister-in-law, she didn't realise it was supposed to be a secret. She messaged my wife yesterday. Oh, in fact, sorry, my wife messaged her thanking her for the card and presents, and my sister-in-law messaged back this morning saying, "That's okay, you're welcome. Hope you have a lovely weekend in London." Thank you very much. Just ruined the surprise. So I had a very excited wife messaging me this morning whilst I was at work, and I knew what had happened. But luckily she doesn't know exactly what we are doing and what we're up to, and I'm not even going to say it on here because she might watch this before we actually go, so, or someone might watch it and tell her, so I'm not going to say any more than that. But we are going to London. I can say that now because she already knows. And we're going Saturday morning. We're staying over Saturday night, coming back Sunday. And I know I shouldn't, and this is going to sound really bad, but I can't help thinking, oh my god, what if I get a slightly earlier access to FS22 and I'm still up in London? That is bad. I'm a bad husband, I know. Anyway, that is that done. So I think that is pretty much all the little jobs that we kind of needed to do to get us up to speed with getting ready for the next episode. So we've got something planted in every single field, which is good. We've only got a few things in terms of crops in our silo. We have got quite a bit of... We've got TMR. See, we can even sell that. That's not a very good price though, is it? Maybe that will change by we come to sell that. And what we might have to do next episode is go a little bit unrealistic, and we'll change our trailer to the 300,000 litre capacity, because obviously you can see there with silage and the... No, that's not that, is it? No, with the silage, that's going to be over 2 loads if we do that. So that will definitely go down the BGA. In terms of slurry and manure, that is going to be BGA as well. So yeah, we'll definitely have to skip forward to midnight. But I can do a quick cut on that so you guys won't see the time flying by. But I think we will leave that episode there. We are almost there, finished. I don't want to talk about it and say it too much, because like I say, I am going to miss this series. But I hope you have all enjoyed it. Let's turn that tractor off. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.